Mr. Donut's Awesome Math Network. It's the Awesome Math Network. Yeah. Math Network.
Listen, chopped cheese is delicious. I give you that. But bacon, egg, and cheese every day of the week. It's the best sandwich. It's the number one. You can have it for breakfast. You can have it for lunch. You can have it for dinner. I'm not gonna argue with you on this. Oh, we back. Welcome to the Mr. Donut's Awesome Math Network. Today, let's. Today's criteria for success is we will know we are successful when we can use a table to reason about two quantities that are in a proportional relationship. That's a lot of words. Mad words. What does it mean? Well, let's dissect. So proportional relationships kind of like jumps a little bit ahead of what we're talking about in this unit. And let's start with that word ratio. What is a ratio? A ratio is a comparison of two numbers. A proportion is a comparison of two ratios. So proportional relationship has to do with consistency. So let's get right to it with our first example. Let's get to our first example. And if it seems like I jumped ahead, it's because I did. The magic of editing. Okay, so a recipe says that 2 cups of dry rice will serve 6 people. Complete the table. That's explicit. So how will we complete this table? Well, let's see. It says here that 2 cups of rice feeds 6 people. And then 3 cups of rice feeds 9 people. So how many will 10 cups of rice feed? Well, it's kind of a big jump. I mean, because if I ask you to look and see if you identify any patterns, it does seem that, oh, let me get this question out the way. It's kind of in the way. Okay, now make it more bigify. Make this more grande so you could see it. All right. So initially you could probably see that pattern. Oh, drop my pen. I'm back. That says 2 cups of rice feeds 6 people, 3 cups of rice feeds 9 people. If I went in the other direction, could you tell me how many people can be fed by 1 cup of rice? 3. 1 cup of rice would feed 3 people. 2 would feed 6, 3 would feed 9. So if 1 cup of rice feeds 3 people, how much would 10 cups of rice feed? Well, I mean, I could keep adding. I could keep going 1, 3, 2, 6, 3, 9, 4. I mean, I could do that. Or I could multiply the 10 cups of rice by 3, not 2, 3. And 10 times 3 is 30. So let's put that into 30, all right? Nice. You go back. You go back. Go back. Formatting monster. Okay. There we go. This last column, though, they tell us how many people are, say, going to that part. Remember, it's a recipe. You want to stay consistent. We don't want the rice to taste funny just because more people are going. So 10 times 3 is 30. It seems that every number on the left, we could multiply by 3 to get every number on the right. And I'm speaking in very basic, just physical terms. I haven't gone into what we would call these numbers, these values. That's for the next lesson. But just on a basic physical sense, visually. Numbers on the left multiplied by 3 give us the numbers on the right. So 10 times 3 is 30. So what do I do when I know the number on the right? If I know the number on the right and I want to know the number on the left, I want to divide. So from left to right, I've been multiplying by 3. Consistently. Times 3, times 3, times 3. So I'm going to put that times 3 again. Some number times 3 gives me 45. Well, if some number times 3 gives me 45, if I work in the other direction, 45 divided by 3 would give me that number. And 45 divided by 3 is 15. Which says that 15 cups of rice will feed 45 people. So let me just clean this up a little bit right here. I'm just going to rewrite. I'm going to put in number 15. I'm going to italicize it so we know it's the number we found. And boldify it. And none of those things happened. Good job, Jay. Yuck, 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 yuck. All right. And just, again, visually so you guys can see it. 15 times 3 equals 45. Okay? Cool? One more example. A recipe says that 6 spring rolls will serve 3 people. Complete the table. Let's see here. Again, I want to talk about this just in physical terms in the table before we get into the mathematics of it in the next lesson. I mean, everything is the mathematics of it. What is the relationship between the number 6, the number on the left, and the number 3 and the number on the right? Some of you might see right off the bat that 6 divided by 2 is 3. Dividing by a number is the same by multiplying by its reciprocal. So what that means is, if I want to stay consistent with multiplying from left to right, the physical left to the physical right, 6 divided by 2 is 3, and 6 times 1/2 is 3. So 6 times 1/2 is 3. Okay, we want to stay consistent. 30 times 1/2 would tell us that 15 people. So 30 spring rolls would feed 15 people. And then 20 times 1/2. Sorry, I gave you the answer there. 40 times 1/2 is 20. Last but not least, we have the number on the right. Well, left to right, 28. What is the relationship between number 28 and this number that's missing here? Based on what we fill out in this table. 28 has to be half of a number. So if 28, well, let me write it out. Some number times 1/2 gives me 28. So going in the other direction, 28 times 2, right, is going to give me that number. And what is 28 times 2? It's 56. Good job. Good job by you back there. 56. So let me type that out again. Put it here. 56. Boom, 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 boom. And make it nice and red. Colorify it. Italicize it. So that's how we complete our table, okay? In our next lesson, we're going to talk about what this number, this 1/2, represents. There's a special term for it, but I didn't want to overwhelm you too much in this one lesson, okay? So I appreciate you tuning in. Oh, today's lesson. Oh, I match. Oh, I did that on accident. It still came out fire. These are the Yeezy 500, the plush color, pink, if you will. These are ugly looking, but they're fire and they're wild comfortable for flat-footed hobbit men like me. So thanks for tuning in. I hope this was informative, and I will see you in the very near future. Remember, keep on smiling.
Mr. Donut's Awesome Math Network. It's the Awesome Math Network. Yeah. Math Network.